Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Hardcore Let's Play. This is episode 20. We hit the 20s, which is pretty cool. The last time I had a series like this was a couple of years ago, I think now, or maybe a year and some change. Anyway, welcome back, guys. So, we have a couple things I want to do today. I mean, we're going to continue progressing along with these guys. I did, in between episodes, kind of upgrade this guy. I think that was in between episodes. And he's maxed. I didn't realize you could buy paintings from shepherds, so that's pretty cool. And you can buy beds, which is really nice. That's why I think I did do this in between episodes. Um, so we don't really have to worry about anything. We got beds. We can just get like a bunch of stuff. Which this will also help us with netherite. So maybe I'll dive into that coming up here in this episode. I'm not sure. We're gonna do a few things. This will probably be an edited video because I do have a few projects. The main project we're gonna get done, that's going to be a build anyway, is going to be a wall around this place, which I have to get a good look at what I'm going to be getting myself into here. So let's do some free cam. Um, like obviously this village is going to use some upgrades and stuff. I think we're going to have the wall go. That's why I like free cam because I can like map it out for you guys a lot better than if I didn't have it. So we have to continue this. I would like to get some mud because I forget about packed mud, which would be good in this path as well. But we're going to continue this path up into the village and we'll have like a gate probably over here. And then we'll have a wall going all the way right here. And then to give myself enough space, I suppose, to extend the village as I need to, I can probably go to about here, go around, let it go all the way around the coast, up towards the beach, and then around here, just like that, and meet up right about here. I have no idea what I'm going to do as far as designing for this wall, but it's not going to be like one of those ones where you're like, there's a guard on top of it and everything. It's not going to be a huge wall like that. It's going to be a small wall, maybe 2 or 3 blocks high, and hopefully I can decorate it enough to look nice. Um, which it should be fine. I'm going to do a sloppy little thing. We'll see. Maybe just throw a bunch of wood up as if, the villagers built this wall and they, obviously it's supposed to be set back a little bit. So we're going to just throw up some wood and then see if we can make it look nice. That's pretty much what I'm going to do. Different variations. I don't know, maybe some fences and mixed in there, whatnot. But we'll mess around with however we're gonna do this. My man, the wandering trader here is still drowning, so that's pretty cool. And you still have nothing for me. Yeah, nothing in here that would be of use, so you can remain there. Before we get started on all that, as we always do in the beginning of these episodes, let me real quick hop over to our membership hall here and see we got a new member. I will add them to the book and we'll throw their name into there. I don't remember what they wanted, but I'm about to take a look in just a second. All right, here we are. So we got Mojo8697. Appreciate you for becoming a channel member as I do the rest of you guys here. And yeah, let's go ahead and add you to the book. Mojo 8697. Thank you so much. Mojo wants to be a weaponsmith. For now, I don't have villagers going into the rotation, but I will put something up here to remind me to add you to it as I get the village flushed out. We're going to make a sword or just get a sword. And the best one we have right now is a diamond sword. So we'll take this. If they want to be a weaponsmith, we'll name him after this sword here. Let's do weaponsmith Mojo 8697. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Thank you to the rest of the channel members. If anybody would like to become a channel member, you can hit the join button down below. Get your name in here. Future perks to come. But for now, this is all we have. And I think that's everybody that joined on the channel. Actually, wait, no, I think I missed somebody. Do we have Brett in here? I got Brett on here. No, I do. Okay, Brett Krypton. So yeah, thank you all for the channel members. Appreciate you guys. We got 9 of you guys now. Thank you so much. And yeah, let's continue on with the project here. So we'll need a bunch of oak wood because I think that's probably going to look best. We do have some spruce, so I think we do have some spruce, or we should in one of these. Quite a few shulker boxes to deal with now. We have a heck of a lot of. Oh, actually, we'll have some oak over there. Nice. Okay. Sorry, I'm rambling here. Okay, we have a little bit of spruce. I might use this for stripped variants. You know how I like all this stuff. We're gonna mess around with what we're gonna do. But I know that we're gonna have a bunch of oak from tearing down the jungle. Because there was a lot of oak trees in there. should have at least a few stacks, if not more. And this project is going to be one, it's going to be more edited than usual. I'm not going to like hypercut anything or anything stupid like that because this is, it kind of go against the channel's vibe. But I am probably going to throw a flashback footage in for a lot of the building stuff just because it's going to be extremely repetitive and it's a big project. I don't mind building full things on camera here, and a lot of people might say otherwise here. Um, but it's going to be so big that I think I kind of have to just throw in like a flashback footage. I'll come back for parts that I have things to say in between all that. But once I come up with a design, I'll show you, and then once we get different pieces done, I'll show you. But as far as it comes to like I might build the gate. I don't know. We'll see. I just we're at the part in this world where I can't really just have a completely uncut like segments. Like, netherite mining is going to take so long. It's going to have to be missed, or pieces, and big builds are going to might be taken into parts, all that stuff. You know how things go on YouTube. So yeah, we're going to probably have the gate going around here, which I'm not going to super focus on just yet because I want to get what the bulk of the wall is going to look like. And I'm thinking of making something random enough that I can potentially not have to think too hard about it, or I can kind of just like throw up blocks maybe. So it's getting dark, of course. We'll have to sleep here in a moment. So yeah, let's try to come up with something real quick. Let's do the easy part here. So let's say the gate comes to here. We'll throw this down. I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this. Maybe I can't use any of this, or how does this look? That's not too far off. I might use spruce and oak. Maybe we'll try that out, which would cause me to need more spruce, but we were going to use a bunch of logs anyway, because I think the bulk of this might be made with logs for what I'm kind of thinking. All right. So let's just throw up a couple different things here. So, like I said, three. I think I kind of just want to have like kind of be random, which I don't know how I'm going to make it look random. Got to at least be too high. And then let me get some fences, which were in here. Nope. Yeah, those. And we'll do like this. And we'll throw in, we're going to end up mixing stuff here. Probably end up using this as well to like throw in like this, maybe something like that randomly. Um, this might be more of a pain than I'm thinking off the top of my head for what I'm kind of going for. I don't, let me start. Um, I want it to look random, but I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let me try like a pattern real quick and see if this will work. So let's say we do this. And then it's too high there. We can texture. Gosh, we can texture afterwards. Let's say we do something like this, hypothetically. And maybe I do something like this. I just wanted to have some kind of, golly, this is not exactly what I was envisioning at first, but what I was envisioning, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do. Let's say that's what we did, right? I don't know if I like that. What if I did all? Not too bad. And then I'll texture this up a little bit. Like some wear and tear going on these logs. Maybe throw in some of these occasionally where they might have like fixed things. I don't know. More so on, it should be more so on the top. I don't hate that. Let's see. This might be making it too tall. This is totally going against what I said. If I did this. Gotta test things, guys. Gotta test things. Let me make it one more. Like that. Throw in one of these. Perfect. And then we can't quite fit ourselves here. Forget about that. Yeah, can't quite fit ourselves here. Jump, jump, jump. Please, please. I can do this every other time without problem. Like, what are we doing? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. You know what? We'll do one of these and see how we feel about this. Not terrible. I'm not hating it. I think what we might need to do, maybe we go in sections. So let's say we do, what is this? Five. Five's not bad. That's not a bad number. I'm gonna go like this and, or no, that and that. Yeah, that's not a bad wall at all. I think that'd be perfect. Yeah, I think that's perfect. So the way I'm gonna make this easier on myself, and the only problem with having it like this is going the way I was picturing it before. Going uphill would be pretty easy. It's going to complicate things a little bit, but we'll mess around with that when it comes time, which is going to be right here. But I think I'm going to go over to the water first. I guess we should probably get the gate while I'm on the topic here. Let me try. All right, let's see what we're going to do for the gateway. It's going to be super simple. I will actually quickly just do one side here. So the gate's going to be, let's see what we're going to do here. Oop, get some of these. Probably need some shelves and stuff too. Wow, this is okay. So with the gate, let's say we do this, and it can kind of keep the same shape, or yeah, like the same top piece. So we'll do all the slabs going up. Boop, boop, and boop. All right, and then yeah, it's obviously not the middle, but I want it to end there. Well, we can move this path. I don't know why I'm obsessed with this path. So let's say we'll keep the five thing. So we'll do one, two, three, four, five. Is that going to work? No, that's not going to. Let's do here. We'll cut this here. And then one, two, three, four, five. That'll work. Okay. And then for this, I'm going to. I'm going to end up making all this out of just the oak, and then I'm going to go through afterwards and texture. So that way I can just have the structure done for any complications like going up this hill here and stuff like that. Because on these areas, we're going to have to terraform. I am not dealing with that. Yeah, we're gonna have to just like bring this up just to here, maybe. And trying to think, I don't need it to look like they fixed it. We'll just fill that in with dirt. That's probably gonna look fine, and we'll see. We'll mess around. Yeah, as far as the gate goes, this can be very simple. That works obviously, but real quick, I want to do. I've seen this done from other people, so it's not my idea. I've had the idea before they even had the shelves. I would try to make a really gradual thing, but I didn't specifically come up with this. One, two, three, four, five, six. Perfect. Boop, boop. And then you go like this. So it's nice gradual step down. That's not too bad. And it would be nice if we could do this on the top here, but I don't think these lay down. Yeah, they don't lay down like that, so that doesn't work. Trapdoor? At least, right? Boop, boop. And that's probably fine just to leave the space there because it does step up. Anything else wouldn't work. Nice. So that's a nice, beautiful arch there. And as far as that can pretty much be as simple as it is, it's going to be a very simple wall. Yeah, for the rest of this, we'll just end up going through and I'll do these at first. And if we're going to go in sections of 5, then this wouldn't have it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And since it's this high, that actually kind of gives us an advantage. So that's going to be 5. And we don't have to worry about, I think, I'm gonna make it a bunch of these spruce things so I can have better track on this. So we'll do this. Doop 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 doop. Oh wait a minute. Wait, did I do 5 here? Yeah, 2, 4, 5. That's only 4. Okay, that makes sense. That should always end. Okay, wait a minute. It should always end on a double for like those parts. So yeah, that's actually perfect. So this way, we can just do these sections. So that's basically what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run around here and I'm going to build these sections. And if the section doesn't line up, so like right here, we need what is this, 7, I think? 7 blocks, the 5 plus the 2. So if I can't get 3, then I'll just cut into the land a little bit to keep this simple for me. That way I can just kind of hopefully this is gonna look wait, let me test this before I do this. I think this will be fine, surely. So 1, 2, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. That's that. Yep. Up. And we're gonna cut back the land a little bit. Um, I don't know actually now that I'm looking at it. So we do that. I think that's fine. Hmm. What if I did like a stair? Let's try this because we're gonna have to come across this every time we go up in elevation. I think I want to try to make this work the best I can. And the stair might do it. Let me go around and poke holes, texture up a little bit. Actually, got to cut this back. Doesn't really matter so much on the inside. Okay, I'm basically doing this to protect these guys, but also to yeah, it's fine actually. Go random. If you're gonna go random, go random. I'm doing this to protect them, but I'm also doing it to be able to keep them in one area without running off. So I'm gonna have to light up the inside as well at some point. And do the planks on everything else. Oh yeah, and strip. Nope. Damn it. Okay. I don't really need the oak. Uh, yeah, you don't need those now. I'm not gonna use those anymore. All right, and then we'll throw once we're done. We'll end up throwing like, you know, um, some kind of lantern on the outside or whatever. I think that's fine. I think it looks good. If we hate it, I'll figure out some way to make it work because I don't know how I'm gonna get around going up in elevation. I have to find some way around. So we'll go and do it this way. Make 7 block sections of the wall. Like right now, I can step up here and be perfectly fine. Probably do maybe 3 sections with no issue. And then we'll see as far as rounding corners. So, all right, you guys are going to see the time lapse now. I don't know if I'll completely finish it by the time I hop in here, but if I have something to say, I'll hop back and we will see where we're at. What? Okay. Really? Wow. Also, if the time lapse is with shaders, last time I tried to do a time lapse was the jungle thing on the last episode, and it didn't work. It didn't show up. Nothing would show up in the world, so I had to put with shaders on, and then it showed up. I don't know why. So this might be with shaders. It might not be. Either way, hope you guys enjoy. We've already run into a shortage of materials here, so I'm getting really low on spruce. I'd probably only be able to make enough to continue a little bit, but this we have so far, not too shabby. I rounded off. I was going to keep it completely square, but right here it was perfectly squared, and I'm like, you know what? That looks terrible. So rounding it off a little bit. Again, it's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. Honestly, I don't hate that at all. Rounding it off like this, not too bad. We didn't texture any of this yet, but I have textured up to this point here. So we got um all that. That's not bad. I'm actually liking how this is looking quite a bit. And the gate there, very simple gate, which is nice. So then we can make another one over here. And problem here, actually, I just realized was that we might need to adjust this real quick. Let me try something out. And we're gonna use up the rest of our spruce to do it, I guarantee it, if we even have enough. Let me just make sure I have enough for a door. And then we can see where we're at with that. We in order to actually keep these guys protected, we're going to need to do have an actual gate because the mobs are gonna get them. So, we do have to build something, and, this is probably the only thing no, 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 no. Probably the only thing I can really think of is something like this. Yeah, I hate that. Why is it it's so easy. Everything else can be directional. Perfectly fine, but a trapdoor, no, that's not. It's not. You can't. Okay. So all that looks fine here, and then throw this here. Yeah. That's gonna be the only thing I can really think of to have like an actual like gate there. Um can I like mix in shelves maybe to give it some variation? I don't know. Let me see. I don't think they line up actually. Yeah, these have a really weird like placement box. I think they like the way that they sit. Okay, no, you can. Oh, that's actually wait a minute. It it looks a little weird with the extension there. Um, but I don't mind it. Hold on. I think it looks fine. Maybe we do the bottom only. Let me put this back before it becomes a pain. Let's try the bottom like that, potentially, and give it some kind of variation here so it's not just a giant, the same shape. And then it'll give a little trimming on the bottom for this side, so that's not too bad. I like that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I don't have any more. So I'm gonna fill that in when I get back. We need to go get some spruce. That'll be perfect, nice and safe, and then we can continue on the wall. So up here, I'm gonna have to. This is what I ended up doing for the terraforming here. Doesn't look great, but it's what I had to do. I didn't like how flat it was, so I ended up making like a fake cave right there, which hopefully looks better when the grass comes down. And we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, I got this going over here. I kind of forgot about our little mine thing here, so that'd be nice to eventually get that incorporated. Once we get the path going up to from there up to here, we can connect it and have that tunnel, and it would make a lot of sense actually. I'm really excited to have all that going. This area is going to be really filled in quite a bit. And then at some point, I said I wanted to keep these villages looking default, and I'm probably going to stick to that, but I might change the theme a little bit because we're using a lot of dark here. Maybe I'll darken these up a little bit, or I'll just make them look a little nicer. So, like, I don't know. We might spruce them up a little bit, give them an update. Because remember the old villages, like the first villages, they didn't even have overhangs. They were just, they look terrible. If I remember when I'm editing this, because these edits are really quick, I will throw a picture up. But you guys should remember, like, the first villages. Well, they eventually got these updates, but these came a while ago, so I think they could be using a spruce. So maybe we'll update the villages too at some point. Either way. So yeah, this, it's working so well, or working so well. It's working so good so far to do the way we're doing it. So we're going to continue. Luckily, oh no. Yeah, this will be problematic here. Uh, maybe I'll have to, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Hold on a minute. Take a look here. I was thinking of like building a bridge to put the wall on, and that could be good. Then I'm worried about it actually doing anything unless stuff can get. Maybe we'll build a bridge to get the wall to go across here. I don't know. We'll see how we're gonna do that. Unless I can go back a little bit. Maybe we can round it this way, which I might end up doing because I kind of have to go up anyway. I'll mess around with this part. We need spruce. That's the main thing here. So I'm gonna go grab that. Hopefully we're all set. Nope, nope. You go up there. There. And we do have like a good source of bone meal, so maybe I'll just like I don't know, I might just like farm up a bunch of spruce because I have a shulker box here. And we don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna need more oak. Because look it. Alright, hold on real quick. Let me go up to free camp. We have done maybe of what I want to do. I mean, God, 10%? Maybe? If that, maybe even less. Maybe 10% of what we you know, what we're gonna get done here, and I'm probably gonna end up using I think I've used 3 stacks? So we need, like, 30 stacks of oak probably. We just need to get a bunch of stuff. I'm not tearing down anything over here, but we'll have to figure this out because yeah, that's quite a bit. But I might go get some bone meal or use up this and just get a bunch of spruce, throw it in, like, this shulker box. I don't know, we'll see. I do have brown dye real quick. Let me get that. Ooh! Broke my legs. Yes, beautiful. We'll dye this. Thank you, and that'll be our wood one. Okay, let me go get this. Got a bunch of trees to tear down, and, maybe I'll just use up this bone meal if I unless I get lazy. We'll see, I suppose. Why not? Alright, we have officially completed the main construction for this wall. It is a decent sized village, my god. That took a while. Took a little bit of time. So we're done with that. Now I kind of have to run through and texture everything like I did for this. I believe I ran all the way down to the corner here, and that's where I stopped. Yeah. So this is going to take quite a while as well. We got a bunch of hopefully enough spruce to do that. I'm trying to think the best way I should probably do this, and this is the kind of thing where you wish you would have done it when you first were building the wall, but I know I wouldn't have been done yet, so it really doesn't matter because it takes so much longer when you're just placing, trying to be as random as possible, placing down blocks. It's a lot faster, I feel like, to run behind afterwards and break in different spots because this way I got to just focus on, you know, where uh, where the wall was going to be and kind of making sure that everything looked pretty good. And you can also kind of tell as we're running around here that I changed up the way I was doing corners and stuff. Um, as I went through the wall, I found it better to just, if I was going to do turns and things, I would just do 3 with 1 window in the middle, or, just a fence there in the middle instead of, random amounts of blocks and stuff like that. I need to fill that in because that looks awkward when there's nothing underneath it. Um, oh, but yeah, so you can kind of tell I changed it because over here, I believe, let's see, I think I was still doing it somewhere up here. I was doing it like really weird. Like I did like 2 and yeah, 2, 3, which doesn't look that bad. Don't get me wrong, but it looks a lot better. I feel like with the brie, and then this, I had to kind of terraform the grass, which you probably would have seen. And yeah, so that's kind of what we got here. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. It looks nice. It really makes this feel like more of a actual village that they're trying to protect something in there, and I think that's pretty cool. I'll end up throwing some towers like in the corners, not on the wall, but like maybe just right inside the wall at some point, and maybe not even every corner. We'll see. We'll have to kind of gauge how we want to do it. Like this one was really random. I had a 1 and it was just kind of awkward. But yeah, that's the wall, and I'm happy with it. I have to like right here. Yeah, this is so awkward. I don't mind it though. I mean, it can look a little different in different spots. I don't really care too much. Um, I'm a big fan of this though. We got to go run through and kind of just make it, and this is what it looks like on the inside. I haven't really taken a look on the inside. Definitely cuts it off, which is kind of obvious because there's a wall there. But I haven't really looked on the inside. I like it. I like it quite a bit actually. Feels so safe in here. Having that is actually kind of weird. Let me fly up here and take a look from a distance because I don't know if I can see the village from, let's say, up here. I think I can, but I like to look at it sometimes. And I'm pretty positive I could see at least this side of it from up here. Let's take a look. Oh, that's so nice. That's really cool. I like that quite a bit. And then we'll fly in, of course. And I'm liking that. Oh, yeah. That is a fortified village right there. Man, that looks so much bigger than you'd expect it to. Let me come through the woods here and take a look as we go through the woods, because this is a trick I like to make. Oh, look at that village. That's a village, man. That is a village. Wow. I'm a big fan of this. I like how that looks, especially from a distance. And when you get closer, it's not as textured because I didn't finish, but that'll kind of uh we're gonna fix that here. So man, I'm a big fan of this. We'll get our stuff out of the way here eventually and extend the path here to make everything go. But let me run through, texture it up, and we can get worried about the pathway and all that afterwards. As you guys have already seen me, the way I'm gonna do this. Just gonna take a minute. Little like repetitive things like that. Oh god, I didn't need that. At least that's good. Repetitive things like this, I kind of like to do while I'm watching like videos and stuff as well. So it's kind of nice to be able to do that. Yeah, let me just kind of run through, break random blocks. Doesn't need to be like a super duper amount of them. Some of them can be right on the corner. Some of them could be doubled up like that. And just kind of run through and do that. I'm hoping to pick up most of this wood and it not despawn, but we'll have to see. And I hope that with me doing this, I'm not going to like miss any spots. But we're gonna have to see as we do it. Just gonna do this, and that's what I'll be doing for the next, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe. I gotta grab some dirt and fix that as well. We'll do it on the second round. Yeah, here I go. All right, I have officially textured all of the sidewalls all the way around. They all look pretty much like this. I broke pretty consistently and tried to place these as random as possible. I actually ended up running around twice because of the way I did it. Ooh, and I can fix this now. And I saw another one right here. Ooh, that one's actually kind of rough. Hold on. I think I forgot to terraform that little bit. I do remember coming out here. Okay. That should be good. Alrighty. So yeah, now we can get the front path going, connecting to the woods. I moved all this stuff out of the front area for us to have set up. And I do need to get some gravel. I always have to I feel like I always have to grab gravel. So actually before I do that, let me see. Do I have I think I have a decoration box, right? Yes, I do. I have two of those. And then we definitely have two of these. And we can put these here, maybe? Does that work? No, that floats. That's not that does not look good. There and there, like that. That way you can like see specifically the front gate at night. We'll take a look at that as soon as the sun goes down, which of course it's nowhere near. So yeah, we need to get some gravel so we can get coarse dirt and gravel for the path, and then cobblestone. So let me go grab the cobblestone real quick. Now, of course, I actually don't know if I even have any because I feel like we constantly run through it. We have a little bit. This is not going to be enough. So we're going to have to mine some and get gravel as well. So we might have to hit up our cave over there. I don't know if I have any gravel in here. Any gravel down there? No. Okay. Well, we don't need a bunch of it. I mean, it's a pretty short path. I think if I get a stack of cobble, I'll be happy. And then we can head ourselves over to get some gravel out of hopefully that cave area with the stairs set up next to the village. Should be able to see a pocket in there somewhere, especially with elytra now. I feel like I saw a lot more of it than I could reach at the last time that we were looking for it when we did this path. That should be good. Let's see here. Nothing. What do we got? What do we got here? No. I figured I'd be able to see this a lot easier. I don't want to like go in the ground if I don't have to, because it's kind of dangerous down there. What the heck? Um, I'm probably blind, which is the main issue here. Why is this so rare? What the heck? Oh, there we go. Hello. Yep, first thing, as soon as we get down here, we got some mobs in our face. All right. Does this have fortune on it? It does. That sucks. That oh, that sucks. No. No. Come on. I don't want flint. We need a regular shovel. Do I have diamonds on me? Because it'll probably be the same speed with the amount of flint I'm going to get from these pockets. I'm going to have to find another one real quick. I mean, I feel like a stack should be good there, too. We don't use the entire path as gravel, though I do need to get some for coarse dirt as well. Let me see if I... Ah! I left my thing up here. Freaking throat, man. I keep needing to cough. Diamonds. Okay, could we have some? And then we should have that. Bam. And bam. Let's get a regular one. And I'll just leave all that there. Why not? Let's look for another patch of gravel. Probably going to be deep in this cave, of course. I don't want to, like, go super far into this thing. Where are you? We got one here. Does that mean it's up? Not quite. Okay, that's really weird. Must have been an Enderman or something. Where did he take it from? What's going on? I need a torch, but I don't have ambient lighting anyway. I should probably get that mod on here, since I don't do shaders for this series anyway. Nothing. Okay, really? I would not expect this to be so freaking rare. In here? Like, I know there's another cave over here. No. Over here? Somewhere? Nope. No, we're not going that way. No, thank you. I did not think this was going to hold me up at all. Oh my god. Oh, a little bit. Just a smidge right here. Okay. Yeah, very little bit. What is going on? Oh my gosh. I know they have like gravel, like riverbeds maybe. Let me try that. Because this is not it right here. We don't even have a stack. We don't have half a stack yet. Let me see about a river up here. Sure enough. Literally right next to our path, of course. Okay. Well, we do have a bunch of dirt, so we can just get rid of this entirely and then replace it with dirt. That should work out just fine for us. I'm a little annoyed because I want to record this, but my freaking throat keeps wanting to, like, get clogged. Like, this is really annoying. I don't even understand. I had any issues all day, but you go to commentate and bam, you got something in your throat, which is lovely. Okay, yeah, then we'll just take the rest here that we can get. There's some in the river, but I'm not going to bother with it. We'll just keep this wall right here fine so we don't have to replace it. If we need more, we can come back. There's probably more patches in this river anyway. I'll just fill this up with dirt. Or most of it anyway. There we go. And this will be plenty. Yeah, that'll work. All right, fill her up right now. I just want to get enough so mobs can't spawn under here, so I'll put a layer on the bottom and then cover up the very top. That should be, yeah, that'll be good. Nothing can spawn. Maybe a spider, but they might even still need, like, a bigger space to spawn, even though they can stand in there. Okay, yeah, so let me get some more dirt real quick, and then we can make some coarse dirt and kind of get started. We will go ahead and mark out the path first, I guess. Once I get this. And there we go. And then let's do half and half. That'll work. Gravel. We'll use this shovel. And then coarse dirt. And that's all I need right there. Beautiful. So yeah, let's mark out the path real quick. It doesn't need to be like perfectly going up to that door. I feel like. How do we do this? Is this like broken up quite a bit? It is. Okay, so it's not perfect. Let's do that. I kind of want to keep it similar, so it doesn't need to be perfect, but we'll try to keep it a decent width here. Let me clear out all this stuff first. Jesus. Kind of get the shape we want to get, and then we can decorate it as we need to. Break it up as we did with the other one through the forest. Probably the best way to go about this. If there's little cuts and stuff, ignore it. Sorry. I'm pausing, but I fell off the block before I could fully pause. I keep having to clear my throat. So yeah, let's do all the way down. Probably get a nice curve. I feel like that always looks best. Instead of just having like a perfect one, just have it like nice and curved through. And then I want to keep at least 2 solid, but we can kind of just like do like that. I think that's what I did over there. Yeah. 2 solids, not bad. It's gonna be broken up enough that it look fine anyway. And then we can kind of like curve our way up like that. Struggle to get these perfect all the time, but I suppose that's kind of the beauty of it. Just having this rough area like this, and maybe even hit like a little swing back like that. People don't walk perfectly, I suppose. That's not too bad. And then made up right there. Beautiful. Yeah, that looks good. And now we can break up. So let's do, I'm going to just do the same thing I did with the wall. I'm going to mark out where I want to break things first. Try to keep it somewhat random. I mean, when you get too wide, you can't really go super duper random just because there's really not many options of where to place blocks. So you're going to end up with a back and forth. I guess it's better to explain. Oh, wait. Nah, well, how's it look? I see that zombie coming up. I don't want any of this stuff that I just picked up. Here, come here, buddy. Oh, it looks nice. I like it with the lanterns. Very simple thing to do to lighten up your entrances, but it looks pretty good, I think. Really clearly marking where you should be going when you're walking through the woods here. You come up, you see light source there, there's the bridge, and then you see a light source up there that's like the clear path of where you would want to be going. And see, this is just too clean. If we were to just leave it like that, I don't think that'd be very good. So it's good to break it up like this. And we're using multiple blocks, so I want to kind of break it up quite a bit. Oops, not that much. Yeah, we could do that. Occasional, okay, this is not the one to be doing this with. All right, dupe, and then, yeah, occasional throwing, like a diagonal one every now and again is not bad. Like that. And then just try to keep it somewhat consistent here. Consistently destroyed. That's kind of the way I'm going about this here. Nothing crazy. The town might do a better job of maintaining it than the people, the forest road. But it's still going to be not perfect. They're not really too focused on it, I imagine. So yeah, what did I do? So we're gonna do. I feel like we should have more coarse dirt, and then I gotta get packed mud to throw in here as well. We want more coarse dirt than anything else. I'm gonna keep that one pretty consistent, and then break up. Oh, why am I not going to sleep? Now I can sleep. What am I doing? Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, I wanted this to be the most, so we're gonna like make sure we place this a lot more than the other two are gonna be able to go. Why do I feel like that? Why does it feel like that's messed up? How did that happen? Wait, what? Oh, okay. I'm dumb. There's a block that should be going in there. Okay. I see. We'll do that. That's there. Nope. That's wrong. And throw one there. So then we'll do a little bit more gravel. This can go there. Might as well just I don't know why I have to make it run back and forth like that. A little more gravel than cobble. I'll try to fill that in like so. Probably need to have one here and there. And then all the cobble, and we can see if this is enough. I don't know if it's quite going to be enough, but it should be pretty good. I'm not sure if it's broken up enough. Let's do a bit more. So coarse dirt there. I wish that would grow. Oh, actually, no, I don't want that to grow. Um, let's do some there. I don't like that either. We want that. Um, I think that's good. I feel like we're missing. I suppose we could put some of these flowers back along the area here, and then bone meal up. Make sure there's no too high because they aren't gonna super maintain the outside of the gate here, but they'll probably make sure it's not too crazily outgrown. I think having grass out is very helpful. Some people prefer to have it very clean. I found that things just don't look as good if that's the case, so I tend to like to have the grass, especially in areas like this where there's a clear path, and outside of that path, you would imagine wouldn't be too super uh, as far as the upkeep concerned. So yeah, there we go. I think that's fine. Nothing. It's not too perfect. It's not too messed up. I'll actually switch this here. Go like that. Yeah, that works. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I can't really complain about it. The only thing I could really think to add, I don't have at the moment. If we could find a desert, then we can get some of the like weird dead grass textured stuff. Why am I saying texture stuff? The weird dead grass. That would be really nice to throw like on a couple of these coarse dirts. Show that like there used to be grass here and it's kind of just been trampled to death. I think that would be pretty cool, like the short one. Otherwise, I think we're good on that. A dead bush would be cool if we could craft those. I would love that. I'm surprised it's not craftable. Yeah, let's throw our stuff back in here to organize a little bit. Get all this situated. Got our coarse dirt. Got a bunch of oak saplings because I deforested quite a bit in this episode. I cannot lie. I definitely took out some liberties on Mother Nature's side because, yeah, we destroyed this land. Let me throw this stuff in here real quick, clean up, and I'll show you guys a couple areas that I kind of went and messed up quite a bit. One of them was actually good because we just didn't get around to actually fully clearing it up ourselves on a previous attempt, and most people would probably know what that is, and that's over here. Cleared off this island, of the oak trees anyway, and you can see the remnants of a couple of the bushes that are still stuck to these birch trees. We did clear this out. I was also kind of thinking of what I could do with this, and I've never made a prison, but I feel like it would go good on like that island because it's really big. And then as far as this, I mean, it would all be this island. This is like a really weird shaped island. I didn't realize this was all connected. I think maybe even chopping this off and getting rid of all this and just having like a prison on there would be pretty cool. So let me know what you guys think about that down below. And then yeah, I cleared up quite a bit of trees over here. I didn't destroy the whole thing, but this was a lot thicker before. Like I kind of went through and what is that called? Thinned this out a little bit. And then I think I went a ways away for the last one that I went crazy on. I probably flew. Where did I fly to? Oh, I love that that's all connected now. Hold on, we got to get a good look at that. Look at this. Oh, that's so nice. It leads all the way from our barn to the village, and it's beautiful. And it's so. Hold on, I got to get like a steady look at this. It's so like obvious the areas that would be more maintained. Like if you look at the how much cleaner that is compared to that. Like, that's kinda what I was going for. Yeah, look at that. So nice. It goes all the way from our stuff. I need to connect that path to there, and it'll be perfect. Oh, hello, me. And then it comes all the way out here, right over to this this village, which is all nice and fortified. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know where the other bit was. I think I might have gone over here. Yeah, I thinned out this a little bit over here. You can kind of see because some of the stuff didn't decay yet. Yeah, I thinned out this too. This actually got thinned out quite a bit right here. Look at all that. I'll take the apples though. Thank you. And I saw one on a tree. Thank you. I know you can buy these from farmers, and we need to get those guys upgraded as well. But I don't have one yet, so I might as well take what I can get and throw that into my goodies so we can get gold and get situated. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, throw that in there. And this is something I'm very happy with. I'm very happy with the world so far. Happy with our projects here, man. I'm like super excited about things that we're gonna do with the village. And have I got any extra stuff? A little bit, a little bit. I gotta like get this like upgraded a bit more, or like have another bay set up here. Oh, but yeah, that may or may not be. I don't know if I had another. I feel like I had another idea of what to do in this episode. I cannot remember. Got this done. Um, maybe I wanted to work with the villagers a little bit. I'm not sure. Well, we have this guy fully upgraded. We can sell this wool, which I should probably do for a little bit. I don't know if it's worth it to have that set up unless we had him get down to like 1 brown wool for 1 emerald, because that would be insane. I got like 50 from getting those guys all trimmed up. But it's good for buying beds and paintings and stuff, this guy at least, so that's not too bad. Outside of that, though, did I get... Are you working over here, buddy? Of course, I feel like he left the job. Yeah, everybody wants to be... I'll have at least one fisherman in this village. I don't know if they'll be too useful to me outside of... Really, I don't think they'll be useful to me at all, but... And then these guys are really good too, obviously. I think that might even be a mini guy. We can buy glass from there for future things. No, I'm breaking 3, okay. And book some quills so we don't have to craft that, which is kind of nice. Where's my smithing guy? Swear. Oh! Nope, I just thought of something, actually. Hold on a minute. I have to... I believe Carlogo came up with a name for this. One sec. Yes, he did. Okay, let's see if it fits here. Carlogo and Son Sticks and Stuff. Let's see if this fits. I'll actually do exactly how they typed it. Carlogo. And... Why does this feel like it's small? I feel like this is smaller than a sign. This is definitely smaller than a sign. I figured this would fit no problem. Might be able to just do this. Sticks. Yeah, this will fit. And stuff. Perfect. Carlagos and Sons Sticks and Stuff. That is a shop name here. Lovely. The more shops I get going, the more I can name them after members. Because, you know, members, you guys are going to get the thing that you choose, obviously, and then specifically I can ask or request anything that you guys might want to be named. But I'll probably just end up throwing members' names around here, just as something to pick out of, as like a pool to pick out of, as we go through the world, naming villagers and stuff. Haven't done that yet, but we need to update the world to get to the name tags being craftable, because I haven't gotten a librarian that given me a name tag yet. So I do need to update, and then we don't have to worry about it. I know I had a guy that was doing the smithing stuff, but I guess he decided to switch professions or something. I really don't know what happened to him. Was this fisher? But I feel like we had a fisher and one of those guys. Watch, I put the wall up and he probably got lost. We do need to lighten up this area as well, because you'll see it's about to get dark. And the corners here where there's no village are obviously too dark, and things are going to spawn. And what is this? Oh. Okay. Put that in here. I didn't realize I forgot one of these out here. Probably going to happen quite a bit in this world, I feel like. We're going to just come across things that I've forgotten about. Including this. This is very ugly. I don't know if I'll be in this corner for a while. But we could fix it while we see it here. And this path leads absolutely nowhere, too. Hell, this isn't even... I don't even know where this is supposed to go in the first place, but... Whatever, let's fill this in real quick. Make it look, decent enough here. that. Bam, bam. Do. There we go. Okay. And then extend this just a wee bit to make it look a little bit more natural. I think that's perfect. Okay. I just don't think it looks very good to have the grass underneath exposed here. But yeah, we'll do a quick walk around here so you guys can see everything on the inside. And then I think that'll probably wrap it up for this video. Alrighty. So yeah, we got our front gate here. Now, this village doesn't make any sense. Like I said, we're going to eventually upgrade it, and this doesn't even lead directly to that door, so we could probably just quickly make it do that, get rid of that and that to clear it up a little bit. Even round it out like that. Yeah, that works. Okay. So yeah, that'll go all the way there. Of course it's raining. There's so much rain in this world. But yeah, this is I'm very happy with this. Like it really makes it seem like an enclosed. I keep saying that, but it is enclosed, but it just makes it feel like it's supposed to be here as opposed to just being plopped here by like game code. And I didn't even really think about this. We could probably make something cool in here. Um, instead of just covering it up or anything like that, I feel like we can make something really cool. And I believe this leads to the same cave. It does. Yeah, that leads to their mine that they already have. So that could be another entrance, but I feel like I'm going to maybe cover this up and do something with this little area here at some point, because I think this is kind of cozy and cool to throw something down in here. Little campsite, I don't know, something. And I'm debating whether or not to keep the sand in here, because it doesn't really fit. I feel like it may or may not make sense to get rid of it. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And yeah, if you guys have any ideas of anything else that I should do with the village, let me know, or anything else. But yeah, this is the wall. Nice and decent sized village. We got plenty of stuff, but plenty of room to work on the village, which is exactly why I wanted it to be this big. Put up something permanent to protect these guys and then be able to build onto it. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like down below, subscribe if you would like to see some more, notification bell, all that stuff. Playlist in the description for this and other videos. Also, I'm thinking about doing a Subnautica 2 video because I really love Subnautica 1, and I've played a little bit of Subnautica 2 with my brothers, but I haven't really played too much of it. So if you guys want to see me play that, let me know. I'm thinking about uploading it regardless, but I figured if anybody does want to see it, it might motivate me a little bit more to do it. Yeah, so thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.